Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing a basic but not so basic French tip using cat's eye. Last video I had mentioned that I'll be doing a lunch at a country club, and I wanted to strip the wacky designs on my hands and replace it with a more simple look. So I am nail cleansing each nail and putting nail dehydrator, and then we'll be applying primer afterwards. So for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in again. For my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, and leave a comment below for any feedback. So this really put me into thinking mode because, as you all know, I don't do designs that are just really simple. There's always something going on here, and I can tell you that at the end of this design, hopefully you see this through, you will see that my design is still a little bit more intricate than basic, but we'll see what I've got ahead for you guys. So I'm putting a nail tip primer on my soft tip gels. This is from my Gelish soft gel tip kit, and this is their process that they do. So I can leave more info on that below. I did find a website that you can purchase Gelish products because, and I should not be saying this, Gelish products are only, or supposed to be only sold to licensed technicians at any rate. So here, this white thing is the gooseneck hands-free lamp from Gelish that I completely adore. I've seen so many different kinds of hands-free lamps, and this one is just very it's large, well, not large, but like it's not tiny to where you can't fit, trying to hold that nail in place while you're trying to cure it. And it's a gooseneck, so you can angle it at any angle. So here are my tips. I put a base coat, and then I'm just nail cleansing it. I feel that the base coat will allow my design to adhere better. But this is going to be the first time in a very long time that I've had the same design on both hands and had the same length and tip shape on both hands. So now I'm going in with Sheek White by Gelish and my detail brush, and I'm just going to keep my natural base nail curve here for the tip. I thought about doing a V tip. I thought about doing a nice oval tip, but I realized that maybe just going natural will help me in trying to do this simple basic look. Although I did feel that maybe for this occasion I should trim the nails, but that's not happening. I don't think I'm not gonna like put all this effort with my soft gel tips just so that I can trim it down to nothing. So give and take, at least my both hands match each other. But I just want to outline the base of my nail here, and then afterwards we're just going to go back in with the actual nail brush, as you see here, putting some on the tip, and I'm just going to try to apply the thinnest layer possible. I thought I did some practice nails last week just to see what I was going to do. I actually thought about doing the blocking, and then when I actually did it, I found it to be too much work with not that much of a pizzazz in the design, so I scrapped that. So here I'm applying some silver cat's eye nail polish, and what I'm going to be doing is putting on a thin layer, curing it, and then now we're putting on a second layer, and I want to use the magnet to make a line from one side of my nail down to the other corner of the tip. as you see here. And I'm going to do like a crisscross pattern for my thumbnail. So we got that one side there. And it's going to take a bit. Especially when you apply thinly, you got to wait for all that to travel to the magnet spot area. And then after we cure that, I'm going to put another thin layer. And we're going to do another angle on the other side. So on my thumb, I'll have these two lines cross each other, and that will be my point of design where I'll put a rhinestone there. And then we're just going to do the same technique on all the other nails, with the exception of when I do my line on my cat's eye, or a line with my cat's eye magnet. We're going to have it touch the middle of the tip, middle edge of the tip, and we're just going to do the other line the same way, so that it creates a point in the middle of the edge of the tip. Oh my gosh, it's getting confusing already. Just look and you'll see. It's getting lost with trying to explain what the heck I'm doing. But we did that one side, and now we're going to do the other side. I like that I'm doing this really nice and thin, because the white is coming through, and that's kind of adding to the simplicity of the design. It's not like a crazy color or anything. But see there, I'm trying to make it meet at the end, and it's kind of forming that ballerina shape tip. And these are already ballerina shaped nails, but the cat's eye is kind of like redefining that form into a much more narrower ballerina tip. I can't talk today. This isn't working out. So now I'm applying gummy jelly on my index, middle, and pinky nail. This is going to be the simple nails, and I'm just going to be applying a rhinestone where those cat's eye lines meet, because I've decided to have two accent nails. Those will be the ring finger and the thumb. So I want to make these three other guys as simple as possible. I don't want to go super crazy as I normally do with my rhinestone designs, as you know. And I'm especially picking out a smaller size rhinestone for that tip, so that it's, you know, very subtle. And you can see already with that cat's eye meeting at the point, it looks super nice and elegant. So here I'm taking some gummy jelly, and I'm applying a thick coating down the middle of my ring finger. I'm going to be placing a bunch of rhinestones in the middle there, and it's definitely going to look gaudy. Something that I really, truly love, and I'm sure you guys will like it too. I'm taking a teardrop size rhinestone, putting it in there, and I'm gonna put a smaller circle in between the other rhinestone teardrop that's facing the other way. And I have these half moons here that I'm just gonna use and encompass this teardrop. And then I'm gonna use like this trapezoidal looking guy here and complete this line. So I'm really glad that all of this stuff fit. So I'm really happy with that. And now I'm just taking some of the gummy jelly to adhere these caviar beads. And caviar beads definitely add a really nice touch to any rhinestone placement. They're really good at filling in gaps in case you have any, and they definitely are good for holding rhinestones in place, especially if your gummy jelly or top coat or whatever it is you're working with is a little more slick or liquidy than mine is. But now moving on to the thumbnail, I'm applying the gummy jelly at the cross section of the cat's eye and making a loop around the base of the nail, applying some shiny. And here I wanted to do like a necklace design, and it's so funny that the way that I had set this up, it kind of reminds me of the Heart of the Ocean necklace in Titanic. I mean, that huge circle there probably should have been like a sapphire color, and I would have been like, oh, it's the same one. But this came out really nice, so I'm loving this idea. I'm so used to just doing lines with the rhinestones, and with my fall nails that I did a few videos ago, I started doing like organic placement with no rhyme or reason, and so here I really started out just trying to follow these cat's eye lines, and then I wanted to switch up the simplicity of the other nails and go all out with rhinestones, because as you know, I have my obsession with rhinestone designs, and I definitely took this opportunity to add way more rhinestones than I probably needed. But I ended up liking it, so I guess that's all that matters. So I'm growing these rhinestones. I took 2 sizes here. If you can't really tell, but it's gradually growing here. I'm actually putting a larger size that you can definitely see. And then I'm just going to go back and with the smaller ones to flank it. And we're just going to go around the nail doing this. And the shape here kind of reminds me of the Tudor style headdress that the royals would wear. If you Google that, they had this weird shape about it, and I ended up making it look like that. So at the end of the day, it still looks like a necklace, but it looks like a very elegant and expensive necklace if it were real. And much larger, obviously, to fit around a human's neck and not maybe like a Keebler elf or something. But I'm flanking each of these dips that the rhinestones are making with caviar beads. Again, this is a great way to dress up your rhinestones, and since we are making this look like jewelry, it definitely looks like these are stone settings that you would see in an actual like ring or earring, pendant, stuff like that. And as I said in my previous videos, like you would think that working with caviar beads is really difficult, but it's not. You just dip your brush into whatever top coat or gummy jelly that you use, and you can easily pick up caviar beads and just slide them around like I'm doing here. And I love how the cat's eye also kind of looks like an ombre at the same time. So there is some depth in there. But I'm going to take some more caviar beads, and we're just going to wrap them around this huge pendant here. Keeping that rhinestone in place and just giving it a little bit more pizzazz. And after curing that, I'm going to go in with some Nourish Cuticle Oil by Gelish and rub this into each nail. Now I got to do 10 as opposed to my 5 that I normally do. Do the other hand. It's a lot more work than I normally do, but I guess that's what you would do if it was a normal situation where you would have the same design on both hands. And here is the end result. My basic but not so basic French tip nail design using cat's eye. It's so pretty. I love the color. You can see the lines that I did with the cat's eye, and the cat's eye is also kind of like ombre-ish, so you can still see that white coming through. It's very simple. And those rhinestones are just popping out, reminding you who this is. Isms by Josie, obsessed with rhinestones. Well, there you have it. Like I said, this is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And I hope that you enjoyed this basic design. Come join me again this coming weekend when we'll continue our Halloween / breast cancer awareness month. I still gotta put that design out. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks. Bye.